Greetings. In this video, we're going to make basic customizations to this Bentley GT so that you can add your branding to it and then upload it into your AltspaceVR world or whatever you want to do with the GLB once you export it. Our approach to guiding you through these customizations, we like to think of as similar to the diamond paintings that are very popular right now, and also, or like maybe a numbered coloring book. Over time, we plan on continuing to add references to parts of the vehicle and apply tutorials based on that part. And so like you'll be able, when you're asking for help or when you're talking about things, you'll be able to reference it by number. And that's going to make much more sense as we get deeper into the complexity of customizing these vehicles. So in this first tutorial, we're going to make some basic changes. Over here in our scene collection, you can see there's two collections. Everything inside the car and body of the car. We're focused on body of the car. Over time, I will make more videos showing how to do customizations inside the car. But for now, we're focused on the body of the car. So as you can see, we have each one of these main parts with a number. So we've got number 1 for the body shell. We look around, you see if I turn that off, the body shell goes away. And then after that, we have the hood as number 2, the trunk as number 3, the driver door is number 4, the passenger door number 5, the license plate in the back number 6, the license plate in the license plate in the front number 7, and then the windshield in the back number 8, and the windshield in the front number 9. And so that's pretty much every part of the car that you will probably want to add your branding. In the future, we'll do some stuff for the inside. So let's begin. I'm going to turn these back on. So first of all, let's start with the color. So let's start with the body of the body shell. So when you select that part, you will naturally get your listing of materials. And so the materials that are important for you have names that are easy to read. The materials that are not important at this time, you can't easily identify what they apply to. So leave those alone for now. So we have body shell main, back left, and back right. So that applies to, if we change the body shell main, we come down here and we have the base color. If I change this base color to white, you'll notice that everything turns white except for the hood and the two wings back here. Now the reason for that is because we've defined nodes for these two spots in the back where you might want to put a logo, and we've also defined on the hood where you might want to put a logo. So for those, the color has to be changed in the same nodes as the material that's applied to them. So we have back left and back right here inside of our body shell. So we select back left. First thing I want to bring your attention to is that we have a node in here for an image texture. But right now we're focused on making everything white, right? So we're going to change this base color right here to white. And we're going to do the same thing with back right. Change this to white. Finally, we take the hood and we change the base color to white. So now we have a fully white Bentley. Okay? So now let's go ahead and apply a logo on these. I'm going to put a logo here on the hood. I'm going to put the Humai logo. So while we have the hood part selected and we have the hood material selected, zoom out in our nodes, and right here on the image texture we can hit open. And so here we have it. There's that logo applied to the hood. Now let's apply, I'm going to put exploring, learning, creating over here on the back left and right. So just go back to body shell, back left, there we have it. And then if you need to position these, you just go into the UV editor, and we'll do that here in a second. So let's apply one here, back right. So there we go. So now you can see we've got textures on there. Let's make this one on the hood a little smaller. So I'll go ahead and select hood. We'll go into object mode, go into edit mode. Go to the UV editor. Make sure we've got hood selected. Press S. G to move it around, so let's probably put it right here. There we go. Same thing goes with these. Just select, this is the left, back left. Make sure you have the UV map back left selected. Go into edit mode. Select, press S, scale up and down, G to position it where you want it to go. Back right, back right. So once you have, so the next thing is opening and closing the doors. So you can open and close the hood, the doors, everything. All you have to do is click something you want to open. So if you click the door, first thing you do is press R. Then you have to press the axis that you want to open on. So for the door, it's going to be Z. And then just drag out. Same thing for this door. Click it, press R, Z, drag out. For the hood, click the hood, press R, X this time, drag up. For the back, click it, press R, X, drag up. So now we've got it all open. In order to turn this into a GLB, you're going to have to bake it. The bake settings are already in. Okay, so you'll notice down here we've got the simple bake collection. And so what we're going to do is we're going to bake all the parts that we put a texture on. We have to bake because that's how we combine the image textures that we just applied to the actual 3D model. And so we need to bake the body shell, okay, because we put the textures on the wings, and we need to bake this hood because we put texture on the hood. So I'll turn these back on. Now, if you need help with Simple Bake, I have a reference video. Simple Bake is in the package download also. And so you'll want to have that installed. And as long as you've got that installed, these settings will automatically be set up. And the only thing you'll need to do is come under your render properties, scroll down until you see Simple Bake. And then we have to select the parts that we want to bake. And so we want to bake the body shell. I'll go ahead and hit add. And we want to bake the hood. I'll go ahead and hit add. And then we just scroll down, and there's nothing else you have to do other than hit the bake button. That's going to go ahead and bake. It's going to take it a few moments depending on your system, but it's baking the texture into the model. Once it's complete, this blue bake button will turn back to the gray. Okay, so now it's complete. I'm going to hide the body of the car, hide the hood. These are the versions that we are working on. Let's select the Simple Bake collection, and then we go under File, Import, FBX. You'll notice that you have this Simple Bakes folder in here now. Just go in there and you'll see the folders, the parts separated by their own folder. So let's go ahead and select the body shell. That will come in already baked. And next, let's bring in the hood. Voila. There we go. So now we've got the hood and the wings. So now the only thing we have to do is export this. Okay, so let's just press A. It's going to select all, File, Export, GLTF. I am going to put this in a folder called GLBs for you. And it's going to be named Tutorial Bentley for Club Members .glb. Make sure when you export that you have selected objects selected, and remember export selected. It should already be set. I'll just go ahead and export. And here we go. Here's that Bentley. If I double click on this GLB, Boom, here we go. Now there's some lighting going on in here, so you know it's a white car, but you get the idea. Send all questions through the ticket center on humai.club. We're happy to help. Keep an eye out for all of the updates. There's going to be lots more tutorials around not only this car, but we've got other cars coming and a lot of other stuff. So stay tuned. Thanks for following along.